Whenever I turn this on, everybody wants to get away from the camera. You're kind of missing the point. All right, so Push Hands is a game that we play with a partner, and it is to allow us to further develop all of the skills that we are seeking to cultivate in Tai Chi. That includes, of course, balance and coordination. It would also include proprioception, strength, sensitivity, and a dozen other ones that you're already familiar with. So if I could have a volunteer to help me demonstrate how we're going to play this game together. So we're both going to start off in a bow stance, which means that we've got one leg mostly straight, one leg mostly bent. Then we bring our hand up into a shape that we call a ward-off. This is our initial contact. And from this position, we are going to attempt to influence the other person to move off their feet, so to speak. And there are a number of different standards that we can play this game. I'm going to start off by just talking about the simplest way to understand it, and then I'll let you, if you wish, explore more elaborate ways to understand it. So starting from this contact point, my goal is to push in towards my partner until they need to move their feet. And I'm allowed to use both hands to shift around. As long as I maintain contact with at least one hand, then I'm good to go. So we might start from here and then go to a position like this, for example. Actually, let's back up a little bit. Let's look at the very simplest pattern that a beginner can play to understand this game. So my partner is going to push in directly to my center, and I am going to perform a move that we call a rollback, which is to move her off of my center. Having succeeded in that, I'm going to start to push in towards her. She's going to try to get me off of her without just simply yanking her arm away. This is no good for her because I just rush right in. So we maintain contact to keep them off of us, but to guide them somewhere else other than where they intended to go. So we're doing something that roughly resembles a circle as we shift backward and forward, trying to evade the other person's force while keeping our force on them. So this is how we do that with one hand. We can add in a second hand. For example, it might stay near my partner's elbow. And now here again, still the game is to try to get my partner into a position where they have to move their feet. Subtlety is appreciated but not required. Here, however, of course, we don't want to take any inadvertent spills on the concrete, so please take it easy on your partner and don't shove them onto the ground. All right, so we have this basic pattern where we're doing something like a circle on a horizontal plane. We can also bend this up and start making something like a circle on a vertical plane. If you're going to use this circle, be careful not to poke your partner's eye. And this can go in both directions. From here, we can look at more elaborate patterns. This is a pattern we call four-square push hands. This is a largely vertical cycle that shows all four energies, the four square energies of Tai Chi. And we can find some place where our partner inadvertently enters a position of weakness, and then we just help them understand that they entered a position of weakness. All right, now you push me over. It's as simple as that. Anybody can win. All right, so that's how it goes. And we're going to be getting a partner and playing some variation of this game that both of you are comfortable with for approximately 10 minutes. And then we'll switch partners and we'll keep going until lunchtime. So are there any questions about this? No? Okay, excellent. Well then let's grab a partner and begin.
You just say go.
Mark, get set, go.
First. Not your sign or Ian?
I'll tell you when it's been 10 minutes.
Yeah. All right, easy to. Nice to meet you.